Okay, so this is really interesting. I want you to think about this for a second. Albert Einstein's theory of relativity. Now, there are a lot of things that you could technically discuss about this with a lot of people. However, I'm just going to prove one point with it. You know, because there's so many things. I believe I'll make separate videos discussing this whole thing, like what the theory of relativity pretty much got its basic roots from. But as far as science goes, the main point that you need to know about Albert Einstein's theory of relativity was that everything is constant. Think of it like this. When you look up at the galaxies, and I mean just anything in general, so not just the galaxies, you know, everything in general, just everything in the universe, everything that exists, you know that there are laws of forces out there, even forces we can't identify, like for example acceleration. I mean, we have an understanding of this, you know, acceleration, gravity, and other types of forces, and that I don't really fully understand yet, but you know, I could look them up. You know, like go on like Wikipedia, for example, or not just Wikipedia. Go on Google and just type in like a list of known forces that are said to exist. You know, laws of physics. You know, stuff like that. And you'll find some really interesting stuff. You know, that's how I pretty much learned all these things. But like, think of it like this. You know, galaxies are moving. They're moving pretty fast. There's even been some, I mean, I'll be honest, I didn't even know this until recently, that stars even move. So yeah, that's right. When you look up at the sun, I mean, you know, you don't want to stare at it because you'll go blind, but I mean, like, you know, when you see it though, you can look at it really quick and then just kind of look away, and you can kind of draw an image in your head. That's how fast your mind reacts. But it's like you can picture yourself that the sun's up there, but it's like the stars themselves move so fast, and the planets orbit around the stars. And then it's like, you know, the Earth orbits around the sun, but at the same time, though, it's, I mean, you know, even though they're slightly a little bit faster, but they all seem to be in everything that's in the galaxy. So you have, like, the galaxy itself is moving, you got the objects that are inside the galaxy that are orbiting around each other, and vice versa. And, you know, not for the most part, it's all constant. It's not like okay, for example, like, it is possible that an object can escape an object's orbit, or rather gravitational force, or pull in this case. What this means is you would need like something like Jupiter. Like for example, NASA has stated, and I understand that, you know, maybe NASA's not always telling the truth, but maybe it's just an estimate. You know, it depends. But there has been this theory, because there's really no record of what planet it was. At one point, there was said to be a planet between, like Jupiter would have been like the 6th planet from the sun, as far as I'm aware, according to this. Well, then again, you know, I've heard of a planet that was before Mercury, and it got engulfed by the sun, if I'm not mistaken, or however that works. But anyways, there was a planet not too long ago that was published from another faraway galaxy, and it said it was forced out of its galaxy somehow. It's like hurling through space somewhere right now. It's like, you know, traveling really fast, at least until it slams into something, or it crash lands into or it gets caught in something else's orbit. Maybe it'll just get engulfed by a nearby star if it's going. But my point is, though, you know, there was an object that was said that it wasn't like the star itself blew up and there was no acceleration, so therefore, you know, or nothing kind of like lingering it, but there was a planet that was literally forced out of our solar system a long time ago by Jupiter's gravity. And essentially you could say the same thing about our moon. You know, all you need is a really fast acceleration and you can essentially break the orbit. My point is, you know, Albert Einstein's theory of relativity, the major point that it was making, you know, aside from E = mc squared, you know, everything is constantly moving, and it's actually a lot different, and it does it in a way that it looks like so when we look at the universe for what it really is, it's like an illusion. It's bigger than what we think it is, because so we can't see it for that, but it's like the way it works though, it's like we can't comprehend everything about it. And I mean, and to prove it, you know, look at quantum physics. Quantum physics, even on a molecular level, there have been scientists that have stated that we can't comprehend reality for what it is because it moves too fast. So that's proof right there that there's got to be more out there than not only what we know, but maybe when we die too. But again, not what religion implies, but maybe like something else that we're not aware of, if that makes sense. I mean, again, I'm just a skeptic. I don't know what I believe, but I can definitely tell you for a fact that we have to find the answers, and I definitely believe that, yeah, there's more out there than what we do know, but I'm not saying anything until I have proof. So I can't really say for sure what it is, but you know, when you really think about science in general, there was a term that I was always stuck with growing up that you could think of like science is stranger than science fiction, and all you have to do is really like look at some of these ideas, and I mean these aren't theories, these are actually proven. Like, there is truth behind this, you know, even if we don't fully understand it yet. But I mean, Albert Einstein, man, you know, you start studying this and trying to get inside the brain of him, like what he saw and how he wrote this down, and you really start to kind of get this weird twist on reality, like what the heck does that mean? And you really start to, it's like mind-blowing, and it's really like, what does it really mean? Like, I mean, not like in the sense that, you know, like, what does it really mean? Like, you can't figure it out, but like, you're looking at life in a way that you've never seen it before, and it's like, wow, man, that is just like think of this for a second. You know, we only know about life on this planet because we live here, obviously. But if we knew about another planet that had life on it, it'd be like everybody would want to go to that planet, and then when you find another planet that's out there, you know, you would want to go there too. So my point is, you know, we're only capable of understanding what we only know. But once somebody opens a door to another door, you know, then it's like, where do we go from here? What, you know, now people want to go there and try and explore it for themselves. It makes sense. But so that's essentially what the theory of relativity. Well, aside from like everything's in motion and it makes, like, in a way that it's all keeping up in a way that it looks like that's just all there is out there. But you would be surprised because, I mean, particles on a microscopic level that move at a specific speed can create optical illusions. So according to that, because everything's made of energy, including dark matter, dark energy, you know, if you really want to get technical, for the most part at least, you know, we can say for a fact that pretty much reality is an optical illusion. That, I mean, it's real at the same time, but at the same time, though, it's like it's really like different. What is it really? You know, because I couldn't even tell you. But you know, hey, that's why I love making these videos. Even when you don't know, it's just an interesting topic to think about. Not to spread like misinformation, but to kind of throw it out there, though. Like, I mean, not in a way that, you know, people are going to take it the wrong way and we're saying this is factual evidence. But most of this stuff is some of it is still theory, but at the same time, you know, most of it is true, though. You know, there's a lot of things we don't know, and that's why people study it. You know, because, and even Albert Einstein's theory, well, I want to say it's fact because, you know, I mean, there's so much truth to it. You know, like, we don't know everything. Just, it's like if we went to the fourth dimension, for example. You know, how much different do you think that would be? It's like, wow, man, it'd be like you're tripping out. I don't know. I don't even know where the fourth dimension would even be, but hey, you know what? Whoever figures that out, congratulations. Then it'd be like, where's the fifth and sixth and seventh dimension? But you get what I'm saying. So, you know, comment, rate, and subscribe, favorite, share this video, and tell me what you guys think.